Hey YouTube, Roger Zero here today with a new review. Today we're going to be changing up a little bit and we're going to take a look at the first in my new line of reviews. We're going to be taking a look at the DC Direct Blackest Night Series 6 Green Lantern Hal Jordan. This is the newest series that has been released to my knowledge. I don't think Series 7 is out yet. This one just came out right around Christmas actually. I picked this one up. It's the only one I grabbed from this series so far. And even though it is one of the newer figures from the line, I figured I would start here just because it's Green Lantern Hal Jordan. And it's my favorite comic character and it's the newest one. So, no real reason. I'm probably not going to do them in any specific order. This one just happened to be available and actually one of the only ones I had the package for. That's one thing I will go ahead and get out of the way for the reviews coming up on these figures. You probably won't see any mention of the package very much other than this particular one just because, like I said, I don't have the packages on really any of the other ones. And there's not a whole lot to it. I mean, it's just basically a simple blister package. You cut it open and you're done with it. But we'll go ahead and just take a quick look at it. You can see down there, I hope you can, it looks a little dark, but the Green Lantern Hal Jordan logo. Each figure in the series does have their particular lantern logo with the color, and it'll say, you know, like Blue Lantern Saint Walker or Black Lantern Batman, whatever. The figure obviously comes there if they have any accessories or on the sides. I'm going to have to turn it sideways because of the way I've got it set up right now. I apologize. You know, you'll just have to give a little tilt. Pretend you're Michael Jackson in a Thriller video and you'll be alright. You can see there it does say Blackest Night. It has the DC Direct logo there. The Green Lantern and Black Lantern logo there. And it does say Series 6. Take a quick look at the back. I'll have to do it sideways the same way. Again, I apologize. It just has a quick kind of lineup shot there of all the particular figures for this series. Blue Lantern Flash, Star Sapphire Wonder Woman, Green Lantern Hal Jordan, and Black Lantern Hawkgirl. Underneath that, it does have a brief little paragraph on each of the figures for this particular line, kind of giving just a tad bit of backstory for the actual Blackest Night story. And then down here at the bottom, it does have the other series that are available, starting with 1 through the current Series 6, and then upcoming 7 and 8. So, does also have sculpt information on who did the particular sculpts, which you can't see because it's out of focus. But yeah, nothing super important on these. I mean, other than a little bit of backstory. So, you know, like I said, I probably won't show these off very often in the videos for the reviews unless I just happen to have it. Otherwise, it's mostly going to be about the figure. So, speaking of the figure, let's go ahead and take a look at it. Again, this is Green Lantern Hal Jordan. It is the newest line or the newest series of this particular line. Go ahead and take a look at the accessories real quick before we get into the details and articulation and all that good stuff. It does come with a Green Lantern, obviously. Why would it not? So we'll set that down there. And then all the figures in this particular line, the Blackest Night line, come with a stand. Obviously, this one comes with the Green Lantern stand because he's the Green Lantern. The other ones come with their particular lantern, red, blue, you know, etc., etc. It does have a little peg here that they can stand on. It has a hole in the bottom of the foot to kind of stick it on there, and they do work very well compared to some of the DC Universe figures have the little blue stands that come with it. They're really tiny, and they, you know, while they work for what they are, they're really small and they don't provide a whole lot of support. So I really like these stands a lot better. I don't know if you can get these by themselves without having to get it with a figure. If you could, that would be swell because I've got some figures that could use those. But enough about the stands and all the other crap. Let's take a look at the figure. Let me get in here closer to get some of the details on it. And let me fix the zoom. There we go. So taking a look at the head sculpt, it's very, very nicely done. It definitely looks like Hal Jordan. The mask is done nicely. The whites in the eyes look a little scary. He looks pretty like he's about to kick some ass. But overall, though, the head sculpt is done very nicely. You know, I don't really know what to say about the hair other than I guess it's okay. It's kind of got that flyboy comb over thing going on. Overall, though, the body sculpt is done pretty well. He's pretty much ripped all the way throughout. I don't remember him being that stacked. He kind of looks like Superman just repainted, to be honest. I can't believe I just said he was stacked. But yeah, very nicely sculpted. The detail work is as good as can be for these kind of figures. You know, they're just plain kind of spandex costumes, so there's not a whole lot to the detail work on some of these guys. Now, some of the other Lantern figures, which we'll look at, you know, in the near future, hopefully, the sculpt work and the detailing on them are just fantastic, and you know, I'm really impressed with a lot of them. But you know, the costume is done very nicely. It is definitely more modern age as opposed to you know, the Silver Age version. The gloves are a little more of a kind of like a pearl white color rather than being just kind of like a snow, you know, like a snow white color like they normally are. There's not really a whole lot of detailing on the ring, unfortunately. I mean, obviously you can see it there on the finger, and from afar, you know, you really can't tell, but when you get up close and look at it, you can definitely tell it wasn't, the sculpt wasn't completed very well on the finger, or on the ring, I should say. The lantern symbol on the chest does look really nice. Let me get that back in frame there. Sorry about that. Probably should have turned the light on for this, but I didn't, so you'll have to forgive me. The lantern symbol on the chest there looks really good. Not a whole lot of detailing on the bottom because his costume is really simple, so it's pretty much just black and green. But, you know, he never was the flamboyant, flashy kind of costumed character, save for Kyle Rayner, I guess. But, you know, overall, very nicely done. I really like it. I wish the gloves were a little more of a white than a pearl, but, you know, not a huge deal. Nothing that would keep me from buying the actual figure. Articulation-wise, that's kind of where these particular figures have their downfall. Compared to some of the other ones, like the DC Universe line, they're a little more articulated. I won't say a whole lot more. It just depends on the actual figure. But we'll go ahead and take a look at it real quick just to kind of get an idea. It does have full, you know, head turning 360 degrees all the way around, Exorcist style motion. It does go up and down just a little, not a whole lot of range there. The shoulders do have full 360 degree motion. They do go up and down, and they twist at the bicep. The elbows are single jointed, and then you get a little bit, I don't know if it's fair to really call it articulation as much as it is just kind of spins. So same thing over here, up and down, 360, single joint elbow, and the fist spins for different ring positions. The hips / thighs, you know, there's very limited motion, unfortunately. They don't go back any further than that, and it doesn't go up for, you know, a good kick kind of pose. Not that you really would with this, but that's about as far as it goes up for the leg. The knees are single jointed as well. They don't have a whole lot of range there. That's about where they stop. You can kind of see there. And then the foot, not really the foot, but the calf, I guess you could say, going into the foot. It does spin for the boot, but it's really not, it doesn't look very good just because, you know, when you spin it, it doesn't match up with the rest of the sculpt, so it kind of makes it look really off. But you know, not that the articulation is a good selling point on these figures, because, you know, I kind of consider these more of a statue kind of figure, and I use that term very loosely, but I use it because these figures are made more to be posed on a shelf or left in the package, whatever. They come sort of posed in the package, actually, but these particular figures are made more to be, you know, like I said, posed up on a shelf with a good lineup of other figures, which I actually have, which I may show off one day. Not that it's spectacular, but, you know, I have quite a few up there. But, you know, overall, these figures, I'm really impressed with the Blackest Night line, and it's not just because I'm a Green Lantern fanboy. I actually got, let's see, some of the figures I got from this line actually weren't even Green Lanterns at all. They were more of the Black Lanterns, which, true, it is still a lantern, but, you know, some of the characters aren't originally lanterns, like Aquaman, Firestorm, Black Lantern, Wonder Woman. Those are all just some really wicked looking figures, and you know, I'm excited to do some reviews on those as well. But overall, for these guys, you know, the paint work is there; it's done very nicely. The sculpt work is fantastic on these. They've got some great sculptors doing this particular set of figures, as well as the rest of them, not just from this line. But so overall, it's definitely recommended. You can pick these up at your local comic shops for. The newer ones are going for about $15. So it's right there on par with the DC Universe figures that you can get at Walmart. Except honestly, I think these look better. The DC Universe figures kind of, to me, look a little more on the cartoony kind of side, which is kind of unfair to say because they're all based off of comic books, but these have that more kind of realistic, I don't know what you would say. They look more human, I guess, instead of being cartoony. Which I still don't know if that's even a fair comparison, but that's the best that I can come up with. But overall, like I said, this line of figures is awesome. It's definitely worth looking at. Like I said, you can pick them up for anywhere from $15 to about $18, depending on your comic shop. I got this one for $15, so that was really cool. I actually picked this up at Moonlight Comics, so thanks to those guys up there. I've been going there for a while. So yeah, definitely take a look at this if you're a fan of comic books, especially if you're a fan of Green Lantern or any of the characters in the DC universe, because a lot of the DC characters appear in this particular story, and you may find, the wicked zombie-looking character of your favorite character. That's a lot of character right there. But I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I'm going to be doing some more of these coming up soon, mixing these in with the Toku toys that I normally do. Definitely check these guys out. I definitely think they're worth adding to your collection. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Please let me know what you guys think, especially with the new camera. If anything needs to be adjusted, changed, I'm still working the kinks out on everything. But hopefully this will turn out looking as nicely as I hope it does. So that'll about do it. Please continue to comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think and spread the word. So until next time, guys, take care and thanks for